Welcome as I share visions from my journey of ascension. And it started with this lovely angel showing up at my front door, and the angel's telepathically saying, "Take a look outside." As you can see, her wings extend up. She has the golden hair and her face. This is one of the next angels that they show me, and I always teased them when I got this one because she's beautiful. But I said she must be very old since she seems to need a magnifying glass to be able to see us all with. Now this was an experience. In a manner, they called me outside, and when I turned around to go back in the house, all I could see were the rays coming up from the ground, which formed an arch, knowing then that they wanted me to take a photograph of it, and it was absolutely beautiful. I raised the camera, and as I did, I couldn't see anything because of the sun. I asked them, because I used my iPad, so I asked them to help me, and with that, a white line came down the center of the photo screen, and with that, I said, "Well, I'm trusting you," and I snapped the picture, and this was the result. As you go through the process of ascension, you'll hear about doors opening up. They've provided me with photographs to help you understand the process and that it's real. And this is the door opened up for my ascension process, my learnings that they gave me to share with all of you. This to me is the story of ascension in the clouds. As you look on the left, you're going to see what I consider to be the higher vibration, and that is the light energy, the white. In the center, you're going to see the light, and it's being projected down to earth as to clarify us of all. And on the left of the photo, on the right of the photo, you're going to see what appears to be a real negative energy, and it's afraid of the light and the high vibration leaving. So it's leaving. Now, this is Marsha's backyard, the lady that I told you that works with me. She sends me photos of the sunsets all the time. When she sent me this one, I thought it was absolutely amazing, but then I realized there was more to the picture. Can you find it? Now I've circled for you what attracted me. And I found this fascinating because it seemed as though it was an image that didn't belong in the actual photograph, and my attention was drawn to it. So I felt it was drawn to me for a reason. So actually here you can see it's a soldier in his uniform. When I look that up, he's actually from the 1700s. The light you would see is what is the spirit, okay? And that's the spirit within all. So now here I am, I'm on my journey. And this is out in Arizona. We're in the desert of Arizona. And as you see, we're going through under an underpass. Now the problem is there is no underpass in the desert in Arizona. The photo before it didn't show it. The photo after it didn't show it. So look at your photos carefully. When I looked in the underpass, what I saw was someone sitting in a wheelchair and dressed in red. Now that meant a lot to me personally, so I understood exactly who was on the journey with me from my lifetime here that had passed. Now this is from one of the people that come to visit me, and when they go on a trip or anything, they always post pictures. If they post the photos, then I know there is something that the spirit world wants me to see within the photos. So then I take a really close look at them, and I found this little baby swaddled within the stones. I found it fascinating, so I thought I would share it here. Notice the face within the clouds. Who would it be? Is it a mythical god showing itself? Is it a guide? Is it a celestial being? Is it God himself? Who knows? But they're there, and they want you to work with them to help you raise your vibration. Now this is the blanket that I've explained in my other video. You couldn't hear too good. And on the blanket, you're going to see on the right, there's a gentleman, and third end is a lady. The other two entities that you can see are actual archangels. The lady and the gentleman that you can see are actual Pleiadians. And I'm giving these visions to share with you to help you believe in things that you're going to hear not only now, but in the future. Just to show you a different image that showed up in the blanket, these are actual light beings. And as you'll see, they're guarding and watching over children. These are the children that are being found, and these are the light beings that are leading them to the children that were found in the caves and hidden. These are the orbs that show up now in the property where you saw the spirit of 1700 soldier. That's the property where all the orbs are showing up that I was explaining about. These orbs are huge, huge. They're bigger than the home. They actually show pictures of the angels in this area, and you're going to see a small shed in the area, and that's the backyard that you saw before with the actual sunsets and everything. They're so breathtaking. Now, at first, we just saw the orbs, and now they're starting to show us images. The blonde lady is holding a dog. The blonde lady would be most likely a Pleiadian, and she's actually beautiful. Pleiadians usually very tall, beautiful, and usually have blonde hair. And the dog, I believe, is to be my own because she has kind of funny ears, and it appears to be her ears that the Pleiadian of the spirit is holding. Now this beautiful angel appeared. I believe her to be a celestial being. Some beings can take the form of a human in it and show themselves, and others cannot. Some are able to communicate with us verbally in our own language, and others are vibrations and tones. Now this is the angel that came the day that I was going to do the video, and she was sent to me while I was in the middle of doing your original video. So I'm doing it over, and I'm including her out of respect, and she has a gentleman with her, and the gentleman with her I believe to be either a guide or just someone assisting her, or maybe a male form of, assistance. Maybe they represent the negative and the positive, or the masculine and the feminine. Now this is the notorious blanket. But as you can see, there's a shadow, what appears to be a shadow, sitting, not embedded within the blanket, but sitting next to the blanket. Come to find out, this is a beautiful angel of death. And I know a lot of people look at death as a negativity, but without death, there'd be no evolution. You have the angels that bring you in, and then you have the angels that guide you out. She is the angel of death. And without her, there'd be no evolution. We wouldn't exist.